Today we're gonna make an easy cream cheese frosting for cookies or cakes. You can use this to frost my red velvet cookies that are up there, or gingerbread boys, or sugar cookies. It's like a super easy spreadable frosting. You can make sandwich cookies with chocolate chip cookies. Anything where you want the tang of cream cheese, but with a little bit more stability than like my kind of go-to cream cheese buttercream. Let's get into it. So super easy here. We're gonna put our butter, which is softened, in here. I'd like it to be a little, warmer, but my room isn't that warm, so it's really just kind of, you can see I poked my finger in it. It was soft. The softer the better, but not melted. Okay, so go ahead and get your butter in. We can go ahead and add our cream cheese, which has also been sitting out at room temperature, so they should be about the same temperature. And then you can make this in a stand mixer, of course, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it by hand, which I always regret, but it's fine. So just go ahead and start by creaming those together, get them nice and incorporated, and then gradually increase the speed. You want them to be nice and light and fluffy. It's gonna make your overall icing a lot nicer. All right, go ahead and turn that off. We're gonna go ahead and add our confectioner sugar, just slowly. Mine is pretty chunky, so I'm gonna actually sift mine. You don't have to sift it. Obviously, this is an American buttercream, and generally it's not this serious, but there are only so many lumps that you can get out. So make sure it starts on low. Start to incorporate that slowly. Okay, add some more. You can add it all at once, but then it's gonna take longer to incorporate, and who's got the time? So I find it easier just to do this. We're gonna go ahead and turn this up really fast, just to kind of make sure that all of that is incorporated. All right, so we're gonna put about a teaspoon of vanilla in here. This is a decent amount of vanilla, so it's gonna make your buttercream a little darker. So if you care about that, then you can reduce it or omit it. And then we're just gonna do a teeny tiny pinch of salt. It's like a 2-finger pinch. Just cut some of the sweetness of all that confectioner sugar we just put in here. All right, give it a scrape. This is the amount of heavy cream I would add if I was gonna frost a cake or something, because you want it to be a little lighter. I am going to put about half of that in here. The other thing that the heavy cream does is cut the sweetness a little bit. It kind of makes it a little less thick. So you can add as much or as little as you want. Because, it's gonna make it a little smoother. I mean, it's already smooth, but it'll make it look a little smoother. And then it's gonna beat a little bit of air into it, not a ton. We're not trying to, we're not frosting a cake, we're frosting cookies. So, and voila, we've done it. That's it. Now we've made, it's thick. You can see that this is a little thicker than, say, my traditional American buttercream that's up there. This is now ready. It's beautiful. She's ready for, icing your favorite cookie, like my red velvet cookies that are up there. Or even just, you could frost a cake with this. It's gonna be less kind of tangy, a little bit thicker than my cream cheese buttercream, but it's still gonna be really delightful. It's gonna be very nice, and it will be more structurally sound. So say you wanted to make kind of a molded cake, or you wanted to, have a really tall carrot cake. My cream cheese American buttercream might not be perfect for that, because it is a little looser, a little softer, because it has more cream cheese in it. But this one would give you kind of a little bit of that tang and a little bit more structure. So many things you can do with this cake. It is a little sweeter, so you could also pair it with a red velvet cake, which is not as sweet as some other cakes, and it's just really delightful. You could use it to frost gingerbread, or you can make sandwich cookies out of my Moravian Christmas cookies. You could also make sandwich cookies out of the red velvet. Totally up to you. The world's your oyster. But this is a beautiful buttercream for frosting cookies and cakes that you want a little bit more structure or stability. So that's it. It's time to try. I mean, if one is into just eating buttercream, so, which I'm not, but here we are. a little bit of tang. It's super smooth, super creamy. It has a nice vanilla flavor to it. The heavy cream kind of balances out some of that sweetness. It's really just a really silky, beautiful buttercream.